Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to your reading for the week of February 20th through 26th, 2024. This is a reading if you are a Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Rising, or have some other significant Scorpio placement in your chart. If you're new to this channel, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. I hope this is a good reading for everybody this week, and that what I have to say resonates and is helpful to you. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please consider subscribing, hit the notification bell so you don't miss videos. And if you do like this video, please hit the thumbs up, leave me a comment if you choose. And I do have links in the description below to my website, my social media, and also to my PayPal donation link. Again, nobody's obliged to look at any of it, but if any of it interests you, it's all there down in the description below. So let me adjust my camera here. Okay, so the way I do these readings, if you are not familiar, is that I will do a full horoscope spread with the cartouche deck, my cartouche cards, and then I will clarify the reading with a tarot reading. This week I'm using the facsimile of the Tarot of Marseille, which it's called Tarot Classic in the box that I have. I believe it's now called something else if you were going to try to buy this deck. But it is a, so it's one of the old, it's basically a facsimile of one of the older tarot decks, one of the oldest ones. And we are going to clarify at the end. We're going to do sort of a summary with a oracle card. And this week I am using the Wisdom of the Tao Oracle by Meijing Liu. And going to break with my little custom here. I'm actually going to read to you whatever card you get from the book, which I don't usually do that. I usually just make my own interpretation. But the ones she has in here are very rich, so I want to make sure I use that. Okay, so first house, Scorpio. This is Aries energy. This is you, your personality, how you present yourself to the world, how you want to be seen. And okay, you got Osiris with the Ten of Cups, so not a bad start here. Osiris definitely indicates feeling stable, being able to rely on your own judgment. I feel like you got this last week too. This idea of being able to rely on your own judgment. Ten of Cups indicates a lot of happiness. It indicates being connected, potentially to family, because there's a strong family vibe with the Ten of Cups. But certainly it's this idea of feeling happy and feeling part of a community, feeling like you belong to something, okay? This is like a wish card, so I feel like you are in a place where people certainly are seeing you as somebody who's got it all, or got what it is that you wish. And and there's definitely this sense of stability and being able to, feeling secure in your own sense of leadership and being able to rely on your own judgment. In the second house, you have, this is a Taurus energy, so this is your financial sector, your personal finance, your possessions, and what you value. Okay, and we have Thoth with the star. Once again, you have like double energy of wishes granted here. So the star is certainly a very good omen. Thoth seems to indicate karmic good turns, things coming to you at the right time. There can be a legal component to this as well. So maybe some people are, I don't know, working on taxes or signing a contract, or there may be some kind of, monies coming in through some kind of legal channel. That is also possible with this card. But if that's not on the table for you, or it could be you're doing your taxes and you're gonna get big money back. So take it as it resonates there. But sometimes this also indicates that if you are thinking of investing in something, or there's changes to your finance, this may be something that's happening at the right time, especially with the star. The star can sometimes indicate that we've had feelings of vulnerability about things, or that there's been a sense of healing, but I feel like it's like there's a storm that's over and it's past, and now you can look at possibilities here. Okay, third house is Gemini energy. Gemini is about messages, communications, self-effort. So if you have your own business, for instance, that would fall into that category. If you have, it's going to be about brother and sister relationships, if that applies. It doesn't have to. Even if you do have siblings, it doesn't have to apply. But that is an energy of this house, as well as short trips and of certain types. Okay, so we have Scarab with the Four of Wands. Double fours here because 2 + 2 is 4, and then this is card number 4. So whenever I notice that, sometimes that number may be significant in terms of waiting for a message or something connected to a business. But there's something here, there's some kind of a new beginning here. So this could be a new opportunity, like there could be messages about a new opportunity. This could be a new business venture or new new opportunity. But there's something new here. Something is changing, or you're going to be getting news of a change, okay, in the third house. And with the Four of Wands, I mean, this is, again, this is a very good, very solid card. kind of indicates being in a position of feeling like you, like there's an element of celebration to this. Sometimes this is a card that's considered to be connected to marriage. It doesn't have to be, but it's the four wands that are basic. This one is showing it as the four wands being kind of crisscrossed on the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. Excuse me. It usually shows up as it looks like an 11-11. There's like two staves here and two staves here, and there's some people celebrating in the middle with a castle in the background. And the idea of that is the idea of the Four of Wands as the gateway. So this could be that you have, you are satisfied with what you've accomplished, you reached a good point, but now it's like you're now looking to the next new thing, okay? So maybe there's messages or arrangements coming in about that, something that may be finished, and now you are, maybe you are happy and satisfied with where you've been, but there's going to be movement towards something. There's going to be more to come than just what you have here. Okay. Fourth house is Cancer energy. This has to do with your home, your family, your sense of security. It could be your physical home. It can just be the sense of being at home, and can also have to do with the mother. Now we have Sphinx with the Queen of Cups. Okay. So Queen of Cups can be mother energy. It can also just have to do with somebody who's very compassionate and healing, possibly somebody who's a water sign, but doesn't have to be. And that would be like yourself, your Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. But there's definitely this strong sense of somebody with compassion. So, in the family house, this is, either a mother or some other kind of family member, who is maybe extending this towards you. Now we have Sphinx here. So Sphinx has this, again, this wait and see energy with Sphinx. This could be about secrecy. So there could be information about something that you don't have that's connected to either your situation with your home or with your family. But it can also indicate a situation where you need to be passive and not take action. Like you need to wait. Perhaps this is somebody who's going to be bringing something to you. There's this sense of waiting to see what's going to happen with something. So I don't know. Now this could potentially be you because you are a water sign. Maybe you are actually being compassionate towards somebody else, and maybe maybe it's telling you that there is some kind of a matter that is hidden. And yeah, you might need to wait and see how certain things develop with regard to a home or family situation. Fifth house is Leo energy. Leo has to do with your creativity, with any children you might have, or may be intending to have, with any love affairs, if you're a single person looking for love, or if you're in a love relationship with somebody that's not legalized, that's not considered to be a marriage or domestic partnership. Then this would be, yeah. So then this has to do with anything connected to that. Also potentially with things we do for recreation. You have Wing Disc with the High Priestess. Okay, so we had Sphinx here, and now we've got another card of secrecy. The High Priestess indicates something that's not being shown, something that maybe could be intuited, but is not being shown. So whether this is connected to a love affair, whether this is connected to a situation with a child, or with something you've been working on creatively, that may be, it could be any one of those things. Again, general reading, so I'm just giving all possible interpretations here. We have it with the Wing Disc. So the Wing Disc is actually a very good card. It's a card of achievement, of success. So this could be being in a relationship with somebody who's successful. It could be successfully overcoming difficulties in a relationship, or with a child, or with a project. Whatever it is you're trying to do here in any of those areas, whichever applies, there definitely is this idea of the sun shining on something. I mean, this is the most positive card in the cartouche deck. So there definitely is this strong sense that you are, you are, the sun is shining on whatever it is that you're trying to achieve here. And if you've had problems with somebody, this would indicate overcoming those problems. But again, we have High Priestess here, so I do feel like this may be something that is unknown to you right now. Like maybe there's a situation, maybe that's some of this wait and see energy. I don't know. But that, of course, is showing up in the home sector. So I don't know. But there still seems to be something here where you don't know what's happening yet. But whatever it is, it does seem like it's going to be good news. Okay, sixth house. This is Virgo energy. This has to do with health. It has to do with any jobs or employment. It's a house of service to others. It's a house connected to any worries that we might have. It's the worry and anxiety house. And if you have any pets, it could potentially connect to that as well. Okay, so we have twins here with the Page of Swords. So if this is a work situation, you could have somebody at work who is, this is strong like spying energy, gossip energy. Maybe there is somebody who is a gossip here. Or somebody who is, I mean, I don't know if it's you or that person, but there's definitely the sense of somebody who's doing like information gathering behind the scenes, okay? So I don't know. I don't know if this is something you're worried about or an actual situation that you have at work or in a work situation. I don't feel very strongly like this connects to health. Though again, I mean, you can decide whether this element of another person being involved who might be information gathering is relevant to that. But that is the area that this covers. So I don't know. I do feel like it's either somebody doing information gathering or maybe it's telling you to do the information gathering about something. I'm feeling like there may be some kind of relationship here, whether it's a work relationship or something else you're worried or concerned about. I feel like it's saying, yeah, I mean, it's interesting because I'm seeing things going on behind the scenes here with Sphinx. I don't know. It could just be that maybe you're concerned you're not getting all the information from somebody about something. But the twins, I don't know. The twins is also a card of partnership and of working together. So this could also potentially indicate a work contract or signing a contract. So take it as it resonates here. I'm going to go further and see if that kind of fleshes out to something else. Okay, 7th house is Libra energy. This is relationships, so business partners, contracts, marriages, prospects for marriage if you're single and want to be married. Okay. Urias and the Knight of Wands. Okay. I never. Well, okay. I don't. Here's the pessimistic interpretation of this. This could be if you are dating somebody and you are hoping that this relationship is going to lead to marriage. It could be saying that this person is playing around on you, okay? Because this is this is strong player energy with the Knight of Wands. And Urias would indicate something going on behind your back, something you don't know about. Some hidden relationship or something that's being kept hidden. So again, that's on the negative end of the spectrum. It does not have to mean that. I mean, you do have the High Priestess here as well, so this could be something that's being hidden from you. Maybe it's an otherwise successful relationship, but maybe it's something where, as great as it is, this person maybe is not going to be marriage material. I don't know. Now, if you're already married, then this is definitely, I feel like this could be saying, because Knight of Wands is also somebody who's restless and bored and wants to keep moving on and doing, the next thing. So if you are in a committed partnership or a legally binding thing, it could be somebody who is going to jump the gun on something. And they may be in a rush to do something. They may be feeling restless and want to charge ahead on some project or something. Or maybe they even want to charge ahead in terms of, making a commitment. Maybe this is somebody you've met recently and they're just like, okay, let's get married already. It could be something like that too. But Urias is saying, there's reason to, you don't, for some reason, you don't have all the information yet. There's a reason to, it's not necessarily that this person isn't trustworthy, but there's reasons to be cautious. Okay, Urias shows up, it's like, let's be cautious because there's something unexpected coming in. It could also, on the positive end of the spectrum, could be that maybe you're thinking nothing's really going on love-wise, and maybe out of the blue, somebody's going to come in. This could be a fire sign person, maybe who's younger than you, so that's Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. That would be the more positive interpretation of this card. So again, take it as it resonates. My first inclination was towards the first one, but again, because this is a general reading, it's going to mean something different for every person. So yeah, just take it as it resonates there. But it does seem like there could be something sudden. It also can indicate a secret admirer too for some of you. And in a business sense, again, I just feel like there's the idea of not rushing into things, very similar to this. Make sure you have all the information because there could be something sketchy somewhere. Okay. 8th house, this is your own energy, Scorpio, and this is the house of transformation, of other people's money. and just the general a general flow and change in your life is the way I tend to see this in a reading. And you've got Seth here, okay? So there is a block here. There's a block, there's a delay, or there's something that, where there's some anxiety or something that's not happening. Now we have it with Sirius, so I don't know if Sirius has to do with, Sirius is a strong physical energy. A lot of times this has to do with physical health of somebody. So maybe there's somebody maybe who's not physically well, and maybe you're worried about, well, what does this mean in terms of, because this is also the house of life and death, so maybe you're saying, oh, I'm worried. There's a concern about this person, concern about maybe losing somebody, because you do have the Three of Swords here. So there could be some angst or worry about that. But this also could just be that you are, that perhaps changes that you want to see come into effect or maybe not, maybe you're being blocked or delayed. Maybe things are not happening right way. You're taking a lot of the rough, taking the rough with the smooth is what Sirius energy usually is about. And it often requires us to think differently about situations. This is strong Aquarian energy. So, we may be challenged to do something or think about something differently. And this part of this may be either a loss of relationship, or walking away from somebody or something. Nonetheless, there's the idea of separation here and recovering from separation. And it doesn't have to be a relationship. Three of Swords can be separating from a job. It can be separating from, could be separating from a toxic situation even. Maybe that's what it's saying. It could be saying there's something toxic here and you need to separate from it. So I don't know. Take that as it resonates, but that's what's showing up in your home ruler of the 8th house. Okay, 9th house is Sagittarius energy. This is about expansion, Jupiter energy, going back to school, higher ed, whether it be to a college or university or for a certification or something like that. And it also has to do with the institutions of higher education or even religion. So it can also have to do with belief systems and things like that. This is also the house that has to do with long distance travel. So anything that expands your horizons. So we have Isis and the Knight of Pentacles. So, okay. Knight of Pentacles would not suggest a whole lot of broadening of horizons right now. Knight of Pentacles, in fact, is doing something at a slow and steady pace. So if you are in school, maybe you're or thinking of going back to school, maybe you're going to be doing it at a slower pace. You're not going to be on some kind of, fast track to get done. Or maybe you've been slowed down in some way. There's this idea of something moving along gradually here. Now with Isis, there's definitely this idea of patience. So whether this is connected to something with schooling, whether it's connected to a trip maybe you want to take, I do feel like this is a situation where patience is going to be required. There's some slow but steady energy here. Isis, I also feel like is a card of nurturing, caring, not only for others, but for yourself. So, and in terms of learning, I would feel like Isis is more about learning things via our intuition and our compassion and our feelings, rather than, say, sitting down and doing things intellectually or analytically. So, so take that as it resonates there. 10th house. 10th house is Capricorn energy. This is your career, your reputation, your fame, the legacy, what you want to leave for people. Okay, so we have the seven of wands. I was going to say swords. 7 of wands with Hathor. So Hathor could indicate a career that is connected to something. I'm gonna say things that we normally associate with 10th house Venus. So it could be aesthetic careers. It could be being a hairdresser or a makeup artist. It could be somebody in fashion. It can be connected to somebody who works as a massage therapist, or somebody who is something to having to do with with aesthetics, with comfort, things like that. Could be somebody who's owns a bakery or works in a restaurant. There's all kinds of possibilities here with Hathor. It's very domestic, very homey, and also very much about beauty. Some people could be astrologers too, because actually Hathor has to do with esoteric astrology. But that I imagine that would be potentially a small percentage of people. Nonetheless, there's definitely seems to be a career bent connected to one of these things. Or if you're saying, no, my career has nothing to do with any of that, then this would be advice that you need to somehow get organized and get a plan together for your career. Because Hathor is somebody about efficiency and organizing as well. And with the 7 of wands is like feeling the need to stand your ground, maybe in the face of criticism, okay? Or just feeling, maybe you're, like I said, what we're seeing over here, all this serious energy in the 8th house, where you know, maybe there's been some upsets or changes or something, and there's a need for you to stand your ground. Now remember, you have Osiris in the first house, so this would suggest that your judgment about a particular situation is probably worth, you know, that you're probably in the right on a particular situation. So take that as it resonates. 11th house, this is Aquarius energy. Aquarian energy has to do with friendships, with social networks, with business relationships, business connections. It can also have to do with what your wishes are, what you're trying to manifest, and your destiny. So we have King of Pentacles with Buckle of Isis. Okay, so King of Pentacles is somebody who's who's very strong financially. This could be a man, doesn't have to be. Could be somebody who's an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Also doesn't have to be. But there is definitely this strong sense of somebody who has a good, solid head on their shoulders for finances. So whether this is a friend or an associate, or whether this is you being this way for somebody else, there's definitely this this energy here of like the businessman, the successful businessman. Okay, and we have it with Buckle of Isis, and Buckle of Isis is one of its general meanings is growth with a sacrifice. So, in other words, things, you know, you getting your wishes, or you're putting a lot of effort into something, and whatever it is you're putting an effort into will yield fruit. Okay, it will be successful in the end, but the work must be done first. So this could be a friend or somebody in your business network, maybe who's helping you move ahead. Maybe to you know, we've got this new beginning in the business house. Maybe some of you are starting a business. Or maybe there's just something here. I mean, there's a lot of wish energy here, and there's definitely this Thoth energy in the second house. So I do feel like there's somebody here who is, you know, there may be somebody here who is helpful to you in being able to advance your wishes. But of course, there is going to still be work required. It's not like this person's going to come in and do everything for you. But nonetheless, this is very good. It's a very good omen if you're trying to get certain things off the ground. 12th house here is Pisces energy. So this is about, with Pisces, it's how you know, what you don't show to people, what's hidden, what you're afraid of. That's what I mainly find it has to do with in these readings. People who are thinking of moving abroad, sometimes it has to do with foreign travel and things like that as well. But more often than not, just has to do with what your fears are. And we have the Eight of Pentacles with the Crook and Flail, okay? And again, double number 8 here, because 1 + 7 is 8, and this is a card number 8. So I don't know. So Crook and Flail has to do with authority. So the fact that this shows up in the 12th house, there could be a little bit of imposter syndrome, thinking like, okay, do I have the authority? Because this is also, these are both cards of expertise, okay? So I think maybe, I don't know if you're putting yourself forward, or you're thinking about putting yourself forward, maybe as a consultant or maybe as a mentor. And maybe unconsciously you're saying, gee, you know, can I do this? Do I have enough credentials? Am I credible enough to do this? And the fact that it's showing up in the house of fear, I feel like this is more a case of what we call imposter syndrome and not necessarily, yeah, and especially with Osiris in the first house. I don't think this is a case where you are being an imposter. I think you legitimately have certain skills, but it's also possible that maybe if you've had some changes or losses recently, then maybe you're questioning or doubting yourself. Now, overall, we have the Queen of Wands with the Pyramid card. Okay, so Pyramid indicates that right now there may be some challenges and tests, okay? But with the Queen of Wands, this is very, very strongly determined energy. This is somebody who's very visible, very attractive, somebody who's seen. Strong fire energy here, very ambitious. Queen of Wands is somebody, you know, people, when we talk about the Queen of Wands personality, people either really like this personality or they don't. But nonetheless, this is somebody who's very fiery, ambitious, and determined, and is also somebody sought out by others. So there definitely seems to be reassuring you about your abilities, and does seem to suggest that whatever is tricky and difficult, whatever is blocking you right now, will be resolved with time. So let's see what the Wisdom of the Tao Oracle has to say. Let me shuffle these. So what does Scorpio need to know for the week of February 20th through 26th, 2024? Okay, interesting. Your card is Rooster, Celebrity. Okay, so let's read from the book what that is. Rooster is one of the Chinese horoscope, Chinese zodiac signs. Here we go. You are approaching a period of life when you are genuinely happy and carefree. Yeah, there we go, right? Roosters are gregarious, social, and very accomplished. You enjoy being the center of attention. Whether it is public speaking, singing, writing, or even storytelling, you crave visibility. You also know you are beautiful. Flaunt it. There's your Queen of Wands. Roosters are noted for doing anything in their power to perfect their talents and skills. They are much loved and respected by those who know them well. You are practical, but also a deep thinker and a big dreamer with a very active, boastful imagination. You usually know how to get what you want with your angelic metal energy, but if your plan goes awry, you don't become moody and downcast. The Rooster card is encouraging you to employ your greatest strength, your strong communication skills, to accelerate your progress. You are exactly the right person to spearhead a marketing campaign that will advance your business. Highlight the services that you offer that are special or unique. Don't be afraid, you are simply stating the truth. Your words are inspirational and powerful. Still, choose your vocabulary carefully. Whether you speak lovingly or harshly, your words will have an impact. Make sure impact is what you intended. This card also advises you to adopt a more flexible outlook. You are an industrious worker, organized and business savvy, but surprises discombobulate you. You prefer a schedule to be well planned and adhered to. You expect life to be orderly, precise, and efficient. The world is rarely that. Flexibility is essential to be successful in the real world. Your element is metal. Metal energy can be associated with abundance. Prosperity is within your reach like low-hanging lychee fruit, okay? You need to see it and believe it is there. The opportunities are endless. So, yeah, I'd say that's a very good ending. So I think in spite of whatever's going on, I think you have the ability and to go for it and to do what it is that you want. On the card, it says, be proud of what you've achieved. You may need to use powers of communication to convey your plans. Your voice will be heard because you command attention. Apply your creativity to the job at hand. So, yeah. So whatever's going on here, I think you will sort it out. It's possible there's been some losses over here in terms of relationship, or maybe just things not quite being what they appear, or maybe somebody being too hasty about something. But otherwise, I just feel like everything here looks really good for you this week, Scorpio. So, yeah. So I hope this reading was helpful. If it was, please do give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment if you choose. And if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the bell notification. Thanks so much. We'll see you next week.